move on up to a greater day. With just a little faith, if you put your mind to it, you can surely do it.
I'm in Italy, and I'm so excited because I am here with Martina. In America, we would describe you as a boss babe. You're pretty amazing. I know that an injury led you to where you are now. Was there a time where maybe you were unsure of what was going to happen, and what kind of kept you going?
Hi. If the injury didn't happen, probably if wouldn't be here. When I gave up volleyball, I start working in a French bar, and in mixology, I found the same emotion, same passion.
Oh, I love that.
Yes, of course. And there were difficult times, of course, but with work and study, I found my true victory.
Oh, that is amazing. And I love the way you describe it, passion and flavorful. Is there a cocktail, or I should say more a memory of sharing a cocktail with someone that you created that really stuck with you?
I have a lot good memories. In fact, I love when my guests feel at home with my drink.
Oh, yes.
And they often share their story with me.
Oh, I love that.
Yes.
That is amazing. There's so many questions I want to ask you, but I would say, what would you recommend for an American like myself to try when they come to Italy? What has that Italian zest?
So for me, I would recommend the memoir of Negroni.
Okay.
Our twist of the classic Negroni. Negroni is invented in Florence in 1919. We did it purple because it's an official color of the city. To us, it's the best symbol of La Dolce Vita.
Oh, La Dolce Vita.
Yes.
I'm learning, Francesca. I'm getting there, I'm telling you. Well, you, I must say, are absolutely fabulous. I was reading all about you, and I was so excited. It's an honor to meet you. What would you say would be your motto?
Well, my motto is chi si ferma è perduto, which means those who stop are lost. So basically, never give up.
Never give up.
This is the name of the one and most popular drink of the Giardino.
The Memoir of Negroni, our celebration for Florence, made with bitter Luxardo, Amber Martini Riserva, grapefruit bitter. The Negroni has been invented in Florence, and this is the official color of the city. We reached this color with the yuzu sake. And enjoy!
Vincenzo Mollica is a Michelin-starred chef and rightly proud of his fine dining restaurant, Atto di Vito Mollica, within the sumptuous Palazzo Portinari Salviati.
Vito, what about the name of your restaurant, Atto?
You see, it's a beautiful full name.
Yeah.
And it's only 1, 2, 3, 4 letters.
Yeah.
But Atto means a lot. Atto is a touch of respect
Yeah.
for all what are we doing. Respect with my team, respect with my supplier, with my producer, respect with my guest. Especially, we are in a unique place here where we have to have the respect for this history. Someone famous before us was here, and we need to give an act of respect to them.
Okay.
Do you like?
Yes, it's beautiful because actor, we have to say in English too. Actor, yes, is a very word full of meaning. And you say that here we are in a place full of story, full of many famous people that was born here or live here. If you can tell us
Of course.
some names.
So we are in a Palazzo Portinari Salviati. The family Portinari is the family of Beatrice, which she was the muse of Dante Alighieri. So if you can imagine the Italian language start from that book, was all around here. And we are talking about 1300. And there is also a beautiful fresco that is a witness of that. But after, the palazzo was sold to the family Salviati. Maria Salviati was the mother of Cosimo Medici. And Cosimo Medici for a while used to live in this building.
Okay.
And the witness is our frescoes. They are inside the restaurant Atto. And the frescoes are amazing, and they are painted by a famous artist called Alessandro Lori, which is the same. They made the Uffizi Gallery.
Wow.
Can you imagine what
Yes.
respect you have to pay to
It's not
this?
only to come to eat your beautiful cuisine, but if you come here, you feel all the history of Florence.
Of course.
Yes.
Of Italy, of
Yes,
Europe.
yes, of course. But what about you? Before you told me that you started to work to be a chef at 14, to be free.
No, to be free, of course. When I was 14, I moved to the college that we call in Italy collegio, where you go to sleep and study.
Yeah.
And that was an hotel school,
Okay.
which was at 80 kilometers from my family. And then I started to have a step out of the family, and I started to grow up with the people. I start to behave, I start to understand a little bit more, and I start to gain the freedom of be part of the family, but be always in a family.
Yes.
But I start to live very early.
Yes, and it is useful in United States maybe, but not
But
for
in
us
Italy,
in Italy.
we are staying with mama until 40.
Yes! So what about your philosophy?
So the philosophy is very simple. We are a strong country where behind we have incredible microclimate, incredible ingredients, incredible people who are working to produce great food, and we have a lot of history. And so I'm based on the tradition, and of course I follow the season, and I try together with my team to give to our guests a good, flavors food, and as the full respect of the technique, but still a strong root on our tradition.
With maybe some childhood memories too.
As well, yeah. But it's really what we do. It's really a lot of idea, but all around the ingredients.
Yes, because I know that you often go to markets, farmer markets, or to hunt producer.
I have a very good relation with the producer, and very good respect of them.
Yeah.
Because without them, we will not.
Because you say that luxury is not without raw materials.
Of course, that is. But is I think in everything, from the fashion to everything, is the material which makes the luxury,
So.
and the ability to develop this material.
Oh yes, of course. So I can't wait to have the menu you prepare for us. But
Fantastic.
before I would like to ask to you if now you are here in Florence with Atto, But do you think in your mind you have to open an Atto restaurant in another part of Europe or maybe in United States?
Oh, I don't know. It's only 1.5 years that we are open. And as I mentioned, a good restaurant needed to put a strong root,
Yeah.
to be a very, has to have a lot of consistency. So first we are focused on that. Then we will see. But we will take a couple of years before.
Okay. So I go to
Yes,
taste,
and enjoy your evening. I will see you later.
And try your cuisine.
Grazie mille,
Thank you
grazie,
so
grazie
much.
Francesca.
Contrasto is an eco-salon in partnership with Aveda for 30 years. Its manager, Sauro Nardi, hires top stylists who serve even international stars, and so Amy finds it perfect for her. Angelo Rizzi, the general manager of Palazzo Portinari Salviati, invites Amy and her mother Josephine to overnight in the ancient and romantic suite. Beatrice. She was the muse of Dante Alighieri, fiery author of the Divine Comedy. It is said that his feelings for her were a true example of courtly love. The beautiful palazzo was owned by the family of Beatrice Portinari, and then by the Medici and the Salviati. Florence was once a powerful city under the Medici, sponsors of the Italian Renaissance.
What an amazing place. I want to ask you, what is so special about Florence?
So this place is very special because Palazzo Portinari Salviati is where the muse of Dante Beatrice born. Florence is very well known because in every single spot, in every little places you go, you'll find a lot of history because, as you know, the Renaissance born in Florence.
Wonderful. Wow, well, maybe you can give me a little tour of this amazing hotel?
Absolutely, with pleasure.
Okay, so tell me, you are a small hotel, but you have such a grand way of making someone feel very special.
Exactly. So our aim is to make sure the customer they are going to stay home into the home. To do that, we'll have to look all the details, be able to welcome them when they're going to arrive, interact with them while they're here, and say goodbye before they are leaving, and make sure they have a pleasant stay, because as you know, the spread of mouth is something very important. And the perception of the customer is very important to know, because if there is something that you are thinking, we are doing it in a right way, with the perception of the customer and the feedback of the customer, it helps us, to do the extra mile and to take action in order to modify what we are doing.
I love that, and I have to say, I have traveled the world, I've stayed in many hotels, and this is absolutely one of the most special ones I've been to.
For me, it's the best compliment to hear, and I'll have to be honest with you, the most important things is to work with passion, because customer understands straight away if it's something we are doing because we believe in what we are doing, or because we are obliged to do it to make sure to please the customers. And if you do have this passion, everything is going to be very easy. In fact, I've been working in the hotel almost 50 years. I've been working in the most beautiful hotel in the world, but I never work on my life. The day I'm going to, says I'll have to go to work probably this time, I'm going to retire. Because, I never work on my life, I always enjoy to work at the hotel.
That's amazing.
You can see the Giotto Towers, and you can see the cupola just behind.
You have to be here to see this. I don't think any picture or video can describe how beautiful this is.
Yeah, this is a fantastic place, Every customer would love to stay here, You'll be able to have your breakfast, a nice aperitif during the sunset, and you'll be able to see all this beauty just around you.
Dante Alighieri's house is next to the little church of Santa Margherita de' Cerchi, where he first encountered his muse, the beautiful Beatrice. Its first recorded date is 1032. Dante Alighieri's seminal work, The Divine Comedy, was written in Italian, raising awareness of it around the world over and above Latin, the language of the Catholic Church. Sadly, Beatrice died at age 26 in childbirth, having married Simone de' Bardi. Dante indeed never expressed his deep love to her, instead dedicated the body of his work to her name. They represent one of the greatest love stories of all the ages. Beatrice's father, a wealthy banker, her nanny, and even her are entombed within this church. Every day, letters are left in the basket over her tomb by lovers, asking Beatrice to help them find love or restore it. She is the people's patron saint of lovers, Saint Beatrice, the inspiration behind Dante's greatest work, The Divine Comedy. This plaque in the church is dedicated to the brothers of the Venerable Companions of the Cuochi, an ancient name to indicate cookers. These 16th century passionate foodies of the arts and sciences cooked for each other while enjoying scintillating conversations. This association still exists.
You represent to me exactly what you make, which is a variety of different spices, ingredients, and I say that because I know how well-traveled you are, where you started in Mexico and you are now in Florence. What is your favorite dish to make?
Like in our menu or in
general?
Well, because I've called already a lot of places home, I think it's depending also in the weather or in, but one thing that I really like to do at my home, because in Mexico breakfast is very important.
Oh yes, I know.
So when I have time, I like to do like real Mexican breakfast with, we have a pretty big breakfast in Mexico with eggs and fruit and sweet bread and different juices, plus coffee, and you can add so many things. So when we have time at home, I like to cook a lot, like the really Mexican breakfast.
Mexican food is some of my favorite food. I will be there in a heartbeat. You have certainly made such a name for yourself. If you could go back to 2007, what would you tell that girl then?
To don't give up, to stay on the path, and to work very hard. That all the effort and all the sacrifice is worth it.
Oh, I love that. That's amazing. I know you're originally from Mexico, and what really resonates with me with both cultures in my personal experience is just the love of family. So, what would you say is the perfect dish from your restaurant now that you would recommend if you were to have a family dining here?
A family dining. Well, I think there are two dishes that represent a lot the travel, but also a lot of my Mexican roots. One is the eggplant, that it's called Journey to Mexico.
I love it.
And also it represents, there's like these monarch butterflies that fly from Canada, then go down to Mexico when it's winter. And these eggplants are served with mole. You know, each house has each mole, each city, each region in Mexico. We are doing ours with the Italian products, like all the nuts here and the pepperoni crusco. But we have also these butterflies there.
Oh, okay.
That represents also my travel into now Italy, that it's now my home.
I love that. I guess the last question I would ask you is, what is your motto, your life motto?
I think I have more than one, but one is to stay true of what I believe and on my values. So I think that's a thing that really helps me to remind every day where I come from, what brought me up to here, and also to raise my family. So I think that's one of my favorite ones that I repeat myself every day.
I love that. That's amazing. Well, it is truly an honor to meet you, and I can't wait to eat your food. I am chomping at the bit.
Nice to meet you too, and hope you enjoy the menu.
No doubt.
Thank you.
Thank you. Are so interesting to me because I know you were originally from Tokyo.
Yes.
But while you were in Tokyo, you worked at an Italian restaurant. Can you kind of tell me some of your first experiences that you have that you still hold close?
Yeah, you know, you can never replicate the magic feeling of a professional, when entering professional kitchen for first time for me. Everything is new, so you can imagine, because after high school, normal high school and school, they start in a kitchen. I do nothing that there is no kitchen, so it's just you have a lot to learn.
Yes, absolutely. And I know that you both welcomed a baby girl. What is one thing that you would want to teach her when it comes to the kitchen?
Yeah, this is important for us. I said her is you have to respect the people work with. I say it's always when you enter the kitchen, say hello, and because it's your team is your family.
I absolutely love that. The cultural diversity between the two of you is so special, and it is true how food can sometimes bring together the best kind of love stories. So if you were to describe a dish that catered to your heart and love of family, what would that be?
I have one. because we met with Karime. I was in Modena. She is Lima. So then I took 20 hours to flight to see her, and stay maybe one day, less than 1 day. So and then go back. And because funny thing is, because I didn't know it, Karime told me Lima, the ceviche, also Peru, they are eating only lunch. So no dinner.
Oh,
So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, me too. And then it's go back home Italy. So it's midnight. Midnight is Italy is making a spaghettata mezzanotte. So we call it midnight spaghettata. So we did in the spaghettata aglio peperoncino with ceviche. So this is a love story.
I love that. That's amazing. Well, they say that you always leave the best for last, which to me is desserts. And I know that with you and desserts, because you were a pastry chef as well.
Yes.
You were not a pastry chef in the traditional sense. You actually had some of the most unique names I've ever heard for desserts. So which of your innovative desserts are you most proud of?
Wow. I can pick one, because every dish we did, I put everything, my passion, my love. So I can pick one. But when make a new dessert, I trying is I can make is remember my grandmother is making ohagi. It's traditional Japanese dessert. It's rice and bowl.
Okay.
And then red beans pasta. So this is a dessert. For me, it's perfect temperature and no sweety, no salty. So it's a praise of potato. So it's for me it's very I can forget this dessert.
It goes back to your grandmother. I love that.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. I can't just have one dessert, so.
Yeah.